Hello everybody, welcome back to another video from HSTV, and in today's video, as you can see by the video title, we are going to be answering the all-important question: is Samsung's Tab S7 Plus still worth buying in 2024? Now, I've been asked this question numerous times, especially since my last video on the Tab S7 Plus's 3-year plus review that I put up just a few months ago. So go check that video out first if you haven't already, and then come back and watch this one. So yeah, I bought the tablet in 2020 when I started medical school, and over the past 4 years now, I have used the tablet almost every day for my Zoom meetings, my note-taking, my PDF marking, and entertainment as well. And honestly, if you're looking for a short answer and a reason to turn off the video, yes, the tablet is worth buying in 2024, and here is the reason why. Now, when we think tablet, we want a good display. That is one of the most attractive things about buying a tablet. Now, back in 2020, the best you could get was the Tab S7 Plus with a Super AMOLED display at 12.4 inches. And nowadays, the best you can get is the Tab S9 Ultra, which is a 14.5 inch display with dynamic AMOLED. Now, if I'm being honest, the Tab S7 Plus display, when we think about Super AMOLED and dynamic AMOLED, to the naked human eye, you're not going to be able to notice much of a difference. And you have to think, is that price difference worth it? Because nowadays you can actually buy the Tab S7 Plus quite cheap. The Tab S9 Ultra, on the other hand, is obviously going to be quite expensive. Now, when we think about screen size, I always say this, and you might have seen this on the channel, but the 12.4 inch display is similar to the size of an A4 page, and actually it's great for note-taking aspect ratio, but also it's really good for portability. It fits in my backpack really nicely. When you look at the Ultra models nowadays, which are well over 14 inches, they're actually quite big, and it's similar to these big iPad Pros, which I just think they're not as portable and easy to carry around, and they actually tend to get heavy as well. So in that sense, I think that the Tab S7 Plus is actually doing better in terms of what you're getting for the price in 2024. Another thing that Samsung really sells these tablets on is productivity, and I'm really proud to say that over the past 4 years I've not noticed much of a slowdown or any kind of glitches with the tablet. Now, battery life is still pretty good. I've never felt that it's running out too quickly or it's getting in the way of my work. You know, I charge it every 2 or 3 days, you can say. If you look at the Tab S9 Plus, that has the same battery size as the Tab S7 Plus. The S9 Ultra does have a slightly bigger battery, but to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to add many hours to your day when it comes to heavy usage. So when I'm talking about productivity, I mean using the multi-screen feature, perhaps even connecting your tablet to a monitor and using 2 screens, things like that to enhance your productivity. And honestly, I can get through quite a few Zoom meetings and digital note-taking very well. So again, the Tab S7 Plus is proving to be actually durable as well as being a real competitor even 4 years later. So far, the tablet has been really smooth, it hasn't overheated, and anything I've thrown at it, it's dealt really well with the amount of RAM it's got. Now, I know that Samsung does brand their tablets for gaming as well, and the new tablets, they do have a little bit extra RAM. However, honestly, I think if you're buying a tablet, it's probably not for gaming or video editing necessarily. You have other things that do that a lot better for the same price. So with this tablet, I think, you know, with productivity, when it comes to note-taking and working, it deals very well with all those tasks. I think one thing to keep in mind, however, is that the Android updates we get for 4 years and the security for 5 years. And since we're in the 4th year now, that means that our updates will be coming to an end quite soon. So you've really got to consider how much that means to you, and perhaps that could be a make or break factor for you buying this tablet in 2024. Okay, so I've told you a lot about these different specs and I've tried to compare the tablet to the newer models that you can buy now. However, what I want to do now is tell you about my user experience, because I think that user experience is almost more important and a big factor for you if you want to buy a tablet over just the specification alone. And honestly, I want to say that the tablet has been a game changer for me in my university productivity lifestyle. I use it alongside my PC and my phone, and together it makes a really good ecosystem. Previously, Samsung Notes was my go-to note-taking application because I could sync across my devices. Unfortunately, it's no longer available on Windows, so I have switched to Notion and Flexel and a few of these other apps that you might have seen on the channel. And honestly, overall, I've had a really positive experience with digital note-taking. The S Pen is brilliant, and in fact, the refresh rate and the latencies have not improved very much at all since the Tab S7 series. So to the naked eye, you probably won't feel a difference when you are writing on the S9 Ultra, for example. Now, overall, I think that the tablet has really helped and supported me at university with video calls, as well as PDF marking and taking notes during live lectures, and I think it's been a brilliant experience. And lastly, I want to touch on the keyboard book cover. Now, I said this back in 2020 as well, but the keyboard book cover was overpriced and is still overpriced for the new tablets as well. And honestly, it's not the best keyboard ever. It does the job fine, and again, in terms of wear and tear and it actually working, it works perfectly fine. I think it does the job well, especially when I'm using Samsung DeX. However, I think that Samsung really does need to upgrade their keyboard, and this is something that I'm hoping to see with the S10 series and might push me over the edge to finally upgrade. So we'll see how that goes. But at the moment, I don't really have much to say about the keyboard. It does the job fine. Alright everybody, well that is going to be the end of this video. I hope that you found this useful, and I'm really interested to hear your thoughts on if the Tab S7 Plus is worth buying in 2024. I certainly think that it still has a lot of potential, and the price point being so much lower than the newer models now is definitely an attractive point for you to consider buying. So yeah, that's all for today guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.